Is it soup yet?
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup. Join Doc,
Get ready.
co-host Jeff Kendall,
That's
and
me.
many other famous celebrities as we discuss
We have
music,
celebrity.
movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome
Get ready.
Doccus.
I want my Thursday night soup now!
Hi. It is time for Thursday night soup
It is.
because it's Thursday night.
It is.
Nobody wants to watch Friday night soup.
No.
I don't know. I'm Doc. I'm here
I'm Jeff
with Jeff and his
and
cat.
Ace. And Ace.
Hello, Kitty.
He's probably going to get down in a minute. Yeah, he's going.
Yeah, and we even have Tim Allen here. Hello, Tim. Hey.
This guy, hey everyone.
Yay! Yay! Tim's here! Yay! Yeah. And we even have people over in the comment section thing.
Yeah.
People like
Hey,
Patrick and James
And James.
and AZ Mick.
And
Haven't
AZ
seen you
Mick.
in a while there.
Yes.
And Richard James. There'll be no fighting tonight. Yeah, I know celebrities. Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
And Henry,
And Henry. Hey, Henry.
Christian,
And Christian.
yeah, all kinds of fantastic
everyone.
people. And you know what they get?
I bid you welcome.
We are here. We are. We are wondering what to do for the next couple
Yeah.
hours.
No, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I missed my morning cup of Joe.
I'm
just-
gonna
Joe and
shift. I'm
Danny
gonna
went
see
on.
if pointing this in a different direction quiets my background. Just go on without me.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? Tim's continuing
probably
to recover,
won't,
but it's more and more. Well, it's a different view.
Yeah.
It probably
It's a
won't, but
different
it might.
view.
Yeah.
No, it's not the 100th
It's
episode. I
the,
couldn't remember what number it was. I just put a number in there.
probably in the high 30s or something. Or 40s.
I don't know. I was too lazy to look what the
See,
real.
We're old guys.
Yeah.
We're old guys. We tend to forget stuff.
True. True. Yes. Yes, I'm Canadian stud muffin. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Jeez.
Come on, man.
Ah. Same question every week.
Well,
Look, there's Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah, look. We get three
Hello.
people here. Yeah, okay, and Glenn.
you
It's
gotta make
48.
the silly face.
48.
Canadian stud muffin.
Yes.
Okay, so this is 48 or last week was 48?
48. Oh, you're counting?
I'll fix it later.
48 show?
I can't. I don't. I'll forget in another couple minutes.
Okay.
You bastards were going to try to trick me? What?
Don't
Oh,
understand that.
Oh, this week is 48. Okay.
48 weeks. Okay.
It's not 100 yet.
hmm
But I just couldn't remember what number it was.
Almost
Oh, no.
halfway. Yeah.
I'll put 100. Nobody will notice. Yeah, well. Yeah. So anyway, we're all here. Jeff's
here.
here. Alan's here. I'm here. Welcome to all those people over in the
Yes.
thingy over there. Yay!
Yes,
And
that room.
yeah, let's talk.
We'll try to spend 2 hours. Hopefully, we won't be boring you, but we'll try to keep it exciting.
I'll try to
And,
stay away.
They're all
eventful.
talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, okay. Here's Tim's new view. What do we got?
Yeah. It's
Is that the fridge?
all the pictures in
Yeah.
the fridge.
Holy
Yeah.
cow!
That's the fridge.
Look
Okay.
at the pictures on the fridge. What
Mhm.
nutty? Jeez.
You know,
Why aren't there any pictures of you on there?
my mother's quite old, you know.
Oh, It's like babies and babies and more babies.
I've been living in an old person's house. I miss music, you guys.
Yeah.
I haven't heard music properly in close to 2 months. I miss music. So talk about music. Talk about what it's like to listen to music.
We will try.
Well, I was watching some videos just before I get on. I watched a bunch of videos to get in the spin. You know,
Get in the
kinda
mood.
like this
You
one.
get in the proper mood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did we see the trailer for Beetlejuice 2? I haven't.
I've seen bits of it.
No, I'm not really interested. I don't do sequels. I don't believe in sequels, especially 30 years later or 40 years or how long.
They're running out of ideas. They have to
Yeah,
find the
hopefully
old.
something new.
There isn't anything new.
Yeah.
Tim has a cool goatee going on there.
Yeah. It's good.
No, I look the same as I always look.
Just the lighting.
It's funny. I'll watch a movie from the 30s. It's completely like nothing that they're making now. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
nobody's ever heard of. Remake that. People would think it's original, but they don't. They just keep doing the same old stuff over and over and over.
You need something new. I think I heard that Mr. Wilkerson was working on a new album.
Yeah, I heard that a
yeah.
while ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's.
You've got to make an exception for Godfather Part 2 and Empire Strikes Back.
Well, if the planned sequels is okay, although I don't really like franchises, but
Yeah.
but it's sometimes you plan. Sometimes they even film sequels at the same time as the first movie.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they'll do part 1 and part 2 at the same time. That's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But who thought Star Wars needed a sequel?
I know.
I mean, I don't need Ghostbusters 6 or whatever it is. I don't need this. I don't want it. And I don't care.
That's
about
another franchise that's going back to 19.
Just me, but I don't need Star Wars 35. I don't need, Rocky 91. I don't need this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do like the classic Universal sequels, like the Frankenstein and the Mummy and the
That's
Invisible
okay,
Man.
but they're not really sequels either. They don't
Mm-hmm.
they don't necessarily take off some of them do and some of them don't, but you can watch them independently. You can watch House of Frankenstein without ever seeing Frankenstein and you get it. You don't need it's a movie on its own.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure
I would think Tim would be interested in the new Super Deluxe edition of Ziggy. Yes.
Oh. If there's a lot of demos, and I'm never really interested in remasters and remixes and all that stuff all that much, but I always am interested in demos and outtakes and stuff. But there's already been quite a bit of Ziggy Stardust released.
You can have more.
Demos.
You can have more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm not interested in 10 versions of each song either. That gets boring. I like when they do these things as like maybe a 2 CD set, 3 at the most. You get more than that from one album, and it just becomes tedious.
Yeah.
I don't need 6 versions of each song.
Well, some people might disagree, especially.
No, I'm just saying. For me, I don't.
They're not going to get a box set. Yeah.
I don't need that much. Like my brother made me a long time ago. It's a CDR of every song they recorded during the Let It Be sessions, and there's like 31 takes of Let It Be on there. I don't need to hear all 31 takes of Let It Be.
There's a lot of takes of
I'm a huge Beatle fan, but I don't need them all. A couple of good ones is good enough, and
Even Mel Evans got tired of hitting that anvil. Like,
Yeah, hitting the anvil.
yes!
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
you know, and same thing with the long and winding road and get back. Everything they did in the studio on that last day, which is 4 or 5 songs they did in one day, the day after the rooftop. There's like 20 takes minimum of every one of those songs, and it's like I don't believe them.
Rocky 9. Oh,
Listen,
Henry.
you big mouth creep, you don't know nothing about nothing.
Ah, you got one of those.
I got one. Okay. Tim, when you get home, can you do a K-Tel anthology?
I actually did a KTEL video once, I think. If you go back, I don't know, more than a year probably. I think I did all of my I didn't find a couple, but most I think I've already done that. If you go back like more than a year, which shouldn't be that hard because I haven't done a video in 6 months at least, maybe 9. Gosh. If you go back a year or two, anyway, I did one. I did one actually, at one point because God, now I can't remember his name. Who was the KTEL 22 hits? What was his name?
JJ?
See, I'm
JJ.
so out of YouTube right now because God, why can't I think of his name?
JJ.
JJ, yeah.
Yeah.
When JJ came around, I did a KTEL video for JJ, so it's there somewhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Richie's not a man, but yes, he is here. Look,
He's right there.
Richie's here. Hey, Rich, how
I
you
bid
doing?
you welcome.
De Niro kill himself, you know.
I haven't seen you in a long
Hope
time.
you're doing well, Richie.
Yeah, been good.
Anyway, Richie says, do you still make videos, Tim?
I will. I haven't in a while, and I don't know if you know, but I broke my arm, and I'm not even home. I haven't been home for 2 months, Richie. So eventually, when I get back home and I can move my arm again.
He's all wrapped up there. He broke his arm in 2 places.
Yeah. So you know, eventually I will be making videos again, but I don't think I've made one since July, maybe of last year. Wow. It's been that long.
Yeah, and he's way behind on those snap, crackle, pop things.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, well, I'm not home. You know, my computer's home. My shows are on my computer at home. You know, there's not much I can do about that. Same thing with video. You know, I don't have a camera here. I don't have, I don't have anything here. I have like 3 shirts. I've been wearing the same pair of pants. We're washing them, but I've been wearing the same pair of pants for like 2 months. I have 1 pair of pants I'm wearing. I have like 3 or 4 pair of socks, like a few pair of underwear, like 3 shirts. That's it. That's all I've got here. That's why you keep seeing.
Very interesting.
I mean, either this shirt or a blue shirt. That's all I'm really wearing.
Wow.
I want to go home.
He's clicking his heels, people.
Click ruby slippers.
He's wishing and everything. And,
I'm clicking my ruby slippers, but nothing's happening. So.
Oh, geez. Oh. Maybe if we all just wish and wish.
The good news is I got another X-ray today, and it is healing, but slowly. So the doctor said maybe in 2 weeks, take this off for a little while and see how it feels. And go from there. But
how do you figure it'll feel?
I'm not nearly here. I don't know. It is healing. I mean, it's not like it's not healing. I can do a lot more with it now. I can raise my arm all by myself this high now. I couldn't do that before. It hurts, but mainly because of this thing. I can't get it higher because this thing's in the way. I can't move my shoulder a lot still.
Could you hire someone to help you at your house until you recover?
No.
So you can move there?
I don't have the money for that, for one thing.
He doesn't have the money for that.
But To do what, to sit around and make YouTube video. Well, I mean, there's no point. I just miss it. But this is
Besides, he's got free food right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here. Anyway, here I am.
Mind if I raid the fridge a little?
Yeah.
Hanging in there, doing my best.
It's gonna be a while yet, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
we're
gonna be
happy to have
wild.
him. So he's incapacitated, sort of,
Yeah, eventually I'll get home. Hopefully, I mean, I was told that I might not have 100% use of this arm again. There might, I might have a little bit, maybe only like 75% or something of what it was. I don't know. I keep going, oh no, I'll never play guitar again. I couldn't play guitar to begin with, but now I'll really never play guitar.
Oh my!
Hey, what's up, Steve?
Yeah,
Ba, 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 ba,
yeah, but Tim Allen can't hold anything up.
Yeah,
I
Tim
can't
has
hold one up. I started the damn thing and I can't do anything about it.
I know. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Steven, how are you? I just
Good, how are
watched your
you?
latest video.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got another one going up tonight. This one has a medley that's 10 minutes long.
Wow. I'll bring a pillow when I watch it. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah,
But
9 months ago. It was for the Midnight Callers video, I think was the last video I made.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the last. But Tim, didn't you say a couple times that you had like a stockpile of videos?
I do, and I just never got them up, and now they're not here. I can't do it on my laptop. They're not on my laptop, so that's why I'm not putting podcasts up. I could be putting podcasts up. I have a couple done, but they're not here. They're at my house, and so I haven't been to my house in almost 2 months. So,
oh, good Lord.
Yeah, here I am.
Steve, I need you to read this one in your best announcer voice.
Meanwhile, at the stately home of millionaire Doccus and his youthful ward, Jeff Kendall.
Kind of.
Maybe I should have read it before. Meanwhile, at the blah blah.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn. Hey, James. Meanwhile, put it back up again, please.
One more time.
Meanwhile, at the stately home of millionaire Doccus and his youthful ward, Jeff Kendall. It's getting closer.
Do you guys know the story of why William Dozier, who was the producer of Batman, became their announcer? Do you guys know how this happened? He didn't want to do it.
No.
He brought in all these people to be the announcer, and they would do it. He'd be like, no, do it like this, and he would do it, and then they try it, and no, do it like this. He went through everybody, and finally, everybody in the staff said, "Why don't you just do it? You're perfect." So he wound up being the announcer on the show.
Well,
he didn't want to be. He wasn't.
Well, that's what he wanted in the first place. Somebody like him.
He wanted it done a certain way, and he's the only one that could do it that way. So he was the guy.
But it's almost the same thing with what's his name, the announcer on Lost in Space when he auditioned for a robot, and Earl and Allen kept saying like, no, that's no good, until finally he just said it one way, and Earl and Allen says, that's it, that's our robot. What did I do? Anything different?
Yeah, but.
So anyway.
So then William Dozier got stuck announcing for other things after that. He never wanted to be,
Well, as long as he was paid for it, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, he did the Green Hornet, obviously, but he did other things too. I think.
Yeah, he had to join the what do you call it, the guild thing.
Yeah, he probably did.
See, William Dozier's voice was perfect for it.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody said, so he wound up doing it. But he never wanted to.
It saved money too.
I got some interesting promos in the mail.
Ooh.
Number one, I can't show because it's in the other room, but it's a new Kim Wilde box set on Cherry Red. It has her first 3 albums plus a bonus disc of like remixes and stuff. This one I've had a while, but I still have to make a video for it, so I pulled it out. And it's the Lennon Lovitch toy box.
Oh, 4 CDs.
Her Stiff Records recordings, and then I'm going to do a video on this, and I'm going to get a couple guys in just to talk about the music. And there's a couple more box sets I just have to add to this, but these I just got yesterday, I think, or the day before. Looking for the Magic, American Power Pop in the 70s, and that's a 3 CD box set. And then I got, there's another one of this, I think part of this series called Miles Out to Sea, which is like earlier, like stuff like the late 60s, early 70s, sort of like precursor to what we now know as Power Pop. And then there's a UK one called Harmony in My Head, which is a 3 CD set. I've got that, but it's on the shelf in the other room. Here's another one called Kids on the Street, UK Power Pop and New Wave, 77 to 81. And that's another 3 CD set. There's like well-known bands, well-known for New Wave, Power Pop type stuff. There's also a lot of obscure stuff that you could only get here. And then there's one called, this is the newest one, New Guitars in Town, Power Pop 78 to 82. And you see there, it lists all those bands. And that's another 3 CD set. And then finally, I got this 3 days ago in the mail. The Dream Academy 7 CD box set.
Wow.
And that has 3 albums plus 4 CDs of B-sides, remixes, unreleased tracks, things like that. I'm lucky to be I'm in the music business per se. And I'm lucky that the guys at Cherry Red love the videos that I do and little promotional things that I do. I mean, I do it because, I have invested so much money into this that, now I have to turn around and sell a bunch of it. But they appreciate what I do. So I told them, hey, I want to make a video about these things. And they'll send me the box sets. So I still buy roughly about a third of what I want. And then I get the other 2/3 free. But then no American label will send me anything except a download link.
Fascinating.
A few.
Because
interesting stuff, yeah.
This will give you a hint of what video I'm going to make.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hello.
So,
we got 3 people here, Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Robert P. is out there. He's watching Mario Brothers with Hunter.
hello, Robert P.
Hey, Robert P.
Robert P. is out there.
Enjoy your movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to go over there and go through the used bins.
Oh, yeah.
It's all full of Slade and Sweet and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you mean, duffers? Wonderful duffers.
But yeah, Tim, that deaf school I've been planning to make for a while, or whatever, and even the band members are sharing it on Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is awesome by me.
Cool. I've never heard them before. I've seen what I wrote in your comments. I've seen one of the albums before. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's interesting because I don't stress it on the video enough, but the first 2 albums came out in the UK, and how back in those days when they decided, oh well, let's release something in the US, let's just put together a comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe take 5 songs off the second album, put 5 songs from the first album on, and just release it. But no, what they did is they released a 2-record album in the US with both albums. It's like I would think it would almost look, unless they sold it. I don't know what the suggested retail price was, but unless they sold it for the price of one album, I can't believe how they would expect that to sell if a band's quote unquote American debut. Go ahead.
They were doing a lot of that back then. They could have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I mean, even the Clash's album wasn't released in the U.S. till their third album.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way the U.S. was, and then they changed it, like they changed everything else. And,
Yeah, I mean that's what made it kind of exciting. Like New Music put out 2 albums in the UK, and instead of releasing either of them here, they just put together a really solid comp and called it Sanctuary, and put it out in the U.S. And it blew a lot of people away. And then, of course, we went back.
Two for the price of one.
Yeah.
Well, see, as we were talking about this, Tim, I started realizing, well, wait a minute. Warner Brothers was putting out those really cheap 2 LP.
The Lost Leader series. Yeah.
Yeah. And so maybe they were looking at the Deaf School as being a sort of a Lost Leader type thing.
Those came out to like 79, I think, might have been the last one of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Columbia took over, and Columbia started doing what were that called? There's a couple of them. Exposed. Yeah, Columbia did Exposed. Those were sold in stores, so more people bought those than the Lost Leader albums. But the last Warner Brothers Lost Leader one, I forget what it's called, but it's a punk comp.
Was it Troublemakers or something like that?
It might be Troublemakers. That's the last one they did. It's got Sex. In fact, it's got the very last recording, the very last song of the very last set the Sex Pistols did. And I think it's the only place to get it. And it's on Troublemakers. The last live song the Sex Pistols ever did is on Troublemakers.
Wow. Do you remember, some of the labels, like Sony put out one called Permanent Wave, and it was just all unknown bands. Yeah. Yeah. I listened to that thing to death. That was just as important to me as any other album, because it introduced me to The Only Ones and After the Fire and, bands like that. Well, there was something called More Permanent Waves that I didn't even know existed until about 6 months ago.
I've never seen More Permanent Waves.
Never seen it, but it exists because my friend Jim bought a copy. And I was like, holy crap, I've never seen that before. I never even knew of its existence.
Wow.
Wait, I have a very special musical guest in the background here. He's going to tell you all about Oasis.
Oh.
Hey,
Danny, we love you, Danny.
Yes, sir.
Steve, I love you, Steve.
Wow. I'm talking to Howard Stern. Hey, Howard.
Hey, but Michael Hoople here.
Yeah.
Hey,
young dude.
Tim, I haven't seen you so long. My head grew. See that? 2 months.
Yeah, I see that. That's amazing.
How you feeling, Tim?
I'm okay.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's all over.
I said you think.
Oh shit! How's everybody? Okay?
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
Doing well.
Good.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Robin.
What's the best Elvis album? Now,
Hey,
Ollie,
Robin.
are you? Hi, Robin. Ollie, are you referring to best Elvis album, like best album to get, or are you referring to like a best compilation, or what? Because I personally think that if you walk into, let's say, Elvis Golden Records Volume 3 is like one of my favorite Elvis albums of all time, and that has singles from 61. 60, 61. But I would think like From Elvis in Memphis would be a good one to get. The first one, Elvis Presley, would be a good one to get.
Yeah.
I would recommend. I would recommend CDs like the remasters where they added a bunch of bonus tracks.
I just cut my finger.
Yeah.
What happened?
Careful,
What did
Danny.
you do?
My finger.
Holy,
Uh-oh. Holy cow.
yay. Oh, wait a minute.
He didn't cut his
Oh, we've
finger.
been pranked. We've been pranked.
Mhm.
We've been
Oh,
tricked.
my
I think that was his underwear.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that was something else, but I don't want to go there. And
Yeah.
if you want a really good comp of his Elvis's early stuff, there's Elvis 56 is amazing. I think that's one of the best Elvis comps they ever did.
Yes. But then also, does Ollie want to buy CDs? Does he? Okay. Ollie says original album, like a straight album. I say from Elvis in Memphis or Elvis back in Memphis. Both of those are fantastic. Recorded in '69. I would say the first album. And again on vinyl and CD and all of that. I mean, I'm a CD guy, but it's also I'm not trying to push CD because I'd like CDs more than vinyl, but there were remasters where the Elvis self-titled album was a great album, but there was a lot of singles released during that time that weren't on the album. Well, the CD, okay, there you go. The CD was actually they added a bunch of those singles, so you're going to get Hound Dog or Don't Be Cruel or whatever.
Yeah,
if you get the CD
that's what's
version.
so good about Elvis 56.
Yeah,
it's the whole first album plus singles plus a lot of stuff. There's like 26 songs or something on it.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of Heartbreak Hotel. That's one of the first songs, or like one of the songs if it's Elvis. Joe Mayo just did a video the other day about like his most what was it? Not most. It was like the songs that he disliked the most, or Beatles songs or whatever. That's the improper wording. I forgot the wording he used, but he was talking about certain songs or whatever, and
ones that annoy him or something.
Yeah, and I agree, but I mean I don't listen to the radio enough to hear things too much, but I never, even as a kid, never liked Heartbreak Hotel.
I think it's okay.
California, but I was going to say Hotel California, but it's a different artist.
Nick of Fury, yeah.
There you
go. Elvis 56 has an outtake of Heartbreak Hotel on it. It's interesting because that's Floyd Kramer on piano, and the outtake really sounds like it's Floyd Kramer on piano.
Wow.
Which is probably why they did it again.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
Go ahead,
I want to say one thing. Tim, how you doing, Tim?
I'm okay.
Getting
in there. Yeah, I got kind of bad news today, but I thought it was coming. I'm gonna be in this for a while longer. This thing right here.
Yeah.
So
you'll be all right.
Yeah.
What how long are you looking at?
Well, he told me in like 2 weeks, try taking it off for a little while and see how it feels. If it's not comfortable, put it right back on, and then maybe alternate or, so we'll see. But I want it off because I want to be able to tie my shoes.
Yeah.
And if I get it off and I work my arm and I get I want to go home really bad.
Yeah, I was thinking like boy, I bet with that thing on, Tim probably hasn't taken a bath or shower in weeks, and I'm thinking his mom's probably used to that when he was a kid.
No, but I'm only taking to be honest, 1 week because I'm trying to get this to heal, and I figure the more it's off, the more it won't heal. So I've been dealing with my funk as much as I can because I just don't want to,
That almost happened to me the other day. the other day, my wife went into the bathroom, and we have a vanity in there. You know, it's wood, so she put some Old English, and a few drops fell on the linoleum floor. So she got the dust mop, and she tried to clean it up. She put the rug on top of it. I went into the bathroom. I must have hit the ground in about 2 seconds on my shoulder. I didn't break anything, but I thought it broke. You know, so you know when I go to reach out like that, it hurts like somebody stabbing me. You know, so I kind of know how it feels, but not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Think about the health of Joe Mayo here. What's this about?
I don't know if he was pretty sick. I think he has a cold or something. But I watched the show. I watched the show from last night today, and he mentioned something about not feeling well. You know, but I really don't know. You know, I didn't talk to him today. You know, we had no show this morning.
Must be recuperating.
I think there's a lot of really good Elvis movies. You know, The Cheese Factor is wonderful. I love the movie Kissing Cousins. And Girl Happy. You know, a lot of these are like really, really fun. And I think this is why I think that like the Herman's Hermits movie failed is because you would think that for a British band, they would try to make a movie like Hard Day's Night or Help. But instead, they basically just took an Elvis script, threw the same actors that you see in Elvis movies, and they threw Herman's Hermits in there instead of Elvis. And that's why that movie, or at least were they in one movie or two? Whichever one had them doing Leaning on a Lamppost or something.
I think
they made two, but I haven't seen them either. So
I haven't seen him in a long time. But I think I saw him at the drive-in. Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter was one, and then something else.
But it may be just as well that they didn't try to make a Beatles movie, because the Dave Clark 5 tried to make a Beatles movie, and that was awful. So.
Nobody can make a movie like the Beatles can. Just look at Magical Mystery Tour. What a tour it was.
I heard a song today. From 1970. The song was Joanne. Do you know who does it?
Michael Nesmith.
Mike Nesmith.
Michael, yeah.
That's correct.
Michael Nesmith and the First National Band.
That's correct. Yeah, I heard that. I never heard that song before, from 1970. Yep. It was on.
Oh,
it was
fantastic.
It was on hits from 1970. They play like I don't know, like 29 songs. You know, so I relaxed. I listened to the songs. You know, and that was one of them. You know.
I believe it even started.
And you never heard that before, Danny?
No, I heard My Belle and Me. Remember T said?
My Belle and Me.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard that song in years. I got it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in years. You know, I have the 70s collection, you know.
There was a movie not that long ago. I think it was about maybe 10 years ago, starring Status Quo. You know, which you knew it was going to be a bad movie when the main villain was portrayed by John Lovitz.
Oh, God. Yeah, he's the compulsive liar. I love that guy.
Oh, wow.
He plays the compulsive liar, you know. Oh, he's a trip, that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, but him being a bad guy, you knew that, like, you know, of course. And why make a Status Quo movie when they're in their 60s?
Yeah,
you know, you're supposed to do it like at the height of their fame. Maybe even in the 70s, they could have just done a drug movie or something.
Yeah, right.
Status Quo is one of my favorite bands of all time. And they performed my favorite concert of all time. I saw them live in 2004. My absolute, you know, and I've seen The Jam and XTC and Split Ends and Squeeze and the Osmonds. And Status Quo is my favorite show of all time. Yet I could not sit through that movie. It's called Bula Quo.
Everybody knows the song "Pictures of Matchstick Men," right? Everybody knows that song, right?
Yep.
That's a great guitar in that. You know what I mean? It's simple, but I like it. You know, the riff.
Yeah, I'll be finishing up my video tonight of Beginner's Guide to Status Quo and just go through all 33 of their albums real fast.
And the John Lovett movie.
Yeah, and then John Lovett making an appearance.
That guy's funny.
No, but the thing is that Bula Quo, which is the name of the movie, the soundtrack I love. It's one of my favorite Quo albums, but the movie,
but there's a lot of.
Somebody must have thought, now that's the ticket.
There's a lot of bad rock movies. Anybody ever seen In Flame, the Slade movie?
I tried. I really
have.
tried.
I love Slade. Bad.
It's not great.
Yeah.
They were very unique, Slade.
Yeah, but they weren't great actors, and the movie isn't
right.
See, I always thought that was weird when an artist, when a director, back during the video craze, and they would get the musicians to act, right? And let's say, for example, The Jam, The Bitterest Pill I Ever Had to Swallow, which is a wonderful ballad, is one of their final songs. Paul Weller had already proven himself to be an incredible songwriter and is still an incredible songwriter. Yet in this video, he's such a poor actor that it makes me go, I don't know if I like this song anymore. Just because of that one, he pounds the table like he's supposed to be mad, but it's basically, you can just tell the director's just going, okay, Paul, make a mad face and hit the table.
Yeah.
The thing is they're intense and fantastic as singers and songwriters and performers, but then you say action and they suck. My by Slade is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. By the way, hello, everybody.
Hello. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Glenn, hi, Glenn. Glenn's a good guy.
The one of my rock movies is not necessarily. It's more of a documentary. Nobody says anything about The Kids Are All Right, because I love.
That's a good movie.
One. The Who.
Yeah, that's a good movie, but except the thing I don't think is very good about that is the end where they're supposedly playing in front of an audience and they're not, and their heart just isn't in it. You can tell, and if you listen to the commentary of the movie, the director even talks about it. He made them do a couple of them twice because he's like they finished Won't Get Full Together or something, and as soon as they're done, Daltrey walks to the back and takes a cup of coffee and starts sipping it. The director's like, what the hell, man?
Jeez.
Yeah,
like, come on.
I think they had to do that footage because it didn't exist. They hadn't toured. They hadn't toured in a long time. So right.
They wanted some live footage, so they just they went into wherever they were, and I mean it was a real stadium, but there was no audience or anything.
So that's the last footage
with
with Keith.
Songs.
Yeah, performing with Keith ever, I guess.
Steve, I got a question. You ever hear of Michael?
Go ahead.
Was it Denny?
You ever hear of Michael Penn?
Michael who?
Penn. P-E.
Michael Penn. Oh yeah. Sean Penn's brother. No Myth was amazing, but I didn't really care too much about anything else. No Myth is
Mr.
great.
Amy Mann.
Yeah.
Mr. Amy Mann.
I posted that song on Facebook yesterday, the one you just mentioned, Yeah, I got like 4 of his albums. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
I like some of his songs. I mean, he's got a song or two on most of his albums I like, but most of the albums
March is a good album.
Themselves aren't that great. What was I gonna say? The stuff he's done a couple with his wife that are pretty good. Other than that, I was trying to. The B side of his second single has an acoustic version of No Myth, which is pretty interesting. It's very, very different than the one that the album version.
Imagine it would be the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
No, I think that we should all do "Love Me for a Reason" by the Osmonds. Come on, don't love me for fun, girl. Let me be the one, girl.
Love me for a reason.
I don't know.
I heard Tim mention that he hasn't heard music in 2 months, so I was going to come on and sing "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
Oh, that's okay, Danny. I can go another couple months. All right.
I think the song "Don't Stop Believing" is pretty fascinating. That, like, you get 3/4 of the way through the song before you even start singing "Don't Stop Believing." He doesn't start singing "Don't Stop Believing" until the end of the song. You see, I love Journey, I
see. Tim is rolling his eyes.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't love Journey.
No, I know.
He's got his head down. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying that I love Journey. I know Tim doesn't. What, Doc?
Tim loves Journey as much as we love Oasis.
Hey!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no!
I like Oasis. I think after Noel fired most of the band, he got a new band. They weren't nearly as good anymore.
Yeah.
But before that, I think they were pretty good.
That's right, Tim. Great band.
Fascinating.
But I will say, more than any Oasis album, I like the first Beady Eye album better than any of the Oasis albums.
Yeah, Liam Gallagher.
Which surprises me because he never showed anything as a songwriter or anything in Oasis, and he comes out with this album and it's really good.
Yeah, no
Neither
was
am I, Ollie.
in Oasis. Noel Gallagher was the brains behind Oasis.
Yep.
Okay, I will answer this. My favorite Oasis album is What's the Story, Morning Glory, but it has to be the expanded 2 CD edition. But my favorite Oasis song is called Don't Go Away, which is off of Be Here Now, the really sucky album that came out after that.
Oh, Steve. That's it. I'm not talking to you, Steve, no more.
I don't know Oasis. So.
Hey, but I was saying my favorite song by them is off that album.
I feel
my favorite Oasis album is probably their third album, which is their B-sides album. I mean, what band has enough B-sides that can put out a whole album as their third album? I mean, that's incredible.
Come on now, dog.
That released B-sides.
Come on, man.
That's the master plan.
My favorite song is probably Cigarettes and Alcohol, but I actually like the demo version that's on one of the B-sides better than the album version. But
that's not one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It sounds like T-Rex to me. Cigarettes and Alcohol sounds like a lost T-Rex song to me.
Oh, Mark Bowen. I love Mark Bowen.
Okay, Doc, what's your favorite Oasis song?
Nothing.
That's a good song by Oasis.
I don't know them, so I don't know how,
Oasis, get out of here.
I just feel that Oasis
were... asking me what my favorite Bob Dylan song is. Don't have that. Dylan. Bob Dylan. You know him? Jeez.
I was going to say that I always felt that Oasis were just completely 100% overrated. But that is my opinion. And this comes from a guy that just did a video on how great the group Deaf School is, which nobody cares about.
That's true.
I liked Oasis, like I said, all screwed up in the middle and fired the band, which wasn't a good thing. They got really good towards the end, but it was too late. That album with Lila on it's really good. The whole album is really good. And then that song they did, I forget what it's called. They did for their movie. It was a documentary. and I forget, it was the last thing they recorded, I think. And it's great because there's two versions of the song, one with Liam singing and one with Noel singing. And then some bright people put together versions where, you know, they're taking turns singing and sometimes they're both singing. And well, I forget the name of the song, but it's really good. And then they were gone. And I'm like, well, that sucks that they came back and then were gone.
Right.
What do I think about Oasis?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
When you see Joe Mayo, tell him you like Oasis.
He'll probably come up from the stream anymore.
Here's the thing. I think Live Forever off the first album is great. I didn't care too much for the rest of the album. Like I said, Morning Glory, I think, is just a great album. And I only like one song off of Be Here Now, which is the next studio album. And I didn't care for anything after that. James, I like the group Berlin, and I'm just so frustrated that I didn't buy those expanded editions on Rubellin, because those are out of print now and I can't find them.
They're expensive now.
I like their hit, Take My Breath Away.
Yeah.
The Metro.
See, I don't like that. I like the early stuff.
Yeah. You got radio play here.
Yeah, synth stuff is not up Tim's alley.
No, but I don't like, you know, like power ballads and stuff, and I would consider Take My Breath Away as like a power ballad.
Yeah,
my tea. No More Words is good. The Metro's good. You know, the earlier stuff I like.
Masquerade is probably my favorite Berlin song. I was going to say that I feel bad when I put together my 10 great albums of the 80s videos, because those get like anywhere from 500-600 to 1,400 views. So I'm going to keep doing those, but it's like when I'm putting them together, I'm going, Tim's going to hate this because there's like 3 or 4 different synth pop bands in there. I go, because Tim's a patient guy and he'll sit through these videos.
I don't hate it. It's just not my thing. I never got into it, but it's not like I hate it. I get why other people like it. I'm a garage rock guy. So that's that being my basis. You know, I'm not a synth pop guy. I like 3 minutes.
Someone is dumping the musical knowledge of Tim Allen. Can you believe it? What?
Tim Allen still doesn't know Love You, so I'm not. But what's Love You?
Beach Boys album.
Oh, okay. That's a very, very weird, strange album.
I don't.
But I like it.
I lose. I'm sorry, but I know I'm missing out, but I lose interest in the Beach Boys pretty much after Wild Honey. Not even before Wild Honey. Wild Honey's where I start to lose interest in them. I mean, I know some here and there, but they don't seem like the Beach Boys to me anymore. There's all these different people there now, and it's like they're a different band, and I just lose interest. Brian's not around, all that.
Big mouth creep, you don't know nothing about nothing.
Yes, I do. No. And to me, Brian is the Beach Boys, and he's not there a lot, and that's you know. So
don't be wishing for a Mason.
Please.
No.
Yeah.
Mason's a good kid. He's not a bad kid.
No, he'll just turn things upside down. He's almost as much chaos as you are, Danny.
He goes to James. He's on James chats on Sunday. I was on with him last week. Mason.
Who was he? Whose stream was he on?
It's 70s, and I know a couple songs from it, Ollie, but it's just, like I said, I lose interest. It just 70s isn't a decade I really like all that much. I like the power pop. I like power pop and punk, but you know, it's a 7, and I like the pop, you know. I like Billy Don't Be Hero and that stuff, but the Partridge Family and stuff, but there's a lot of 70s that it's probably my third or fourth favorite decade. It's not most people. It's a favorite. My age, not mine. Well, yeah, it's great, but Brian, it wasn't peak Brian. You know what I mean? It was Brian on heavy medication, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian in the sandbox.
Not Brian, and it's not peak Brian.
Lost its edge once
And
again.
I've never said it. I don't know it very well. I've never said I didn't like it. I have it. It is in my collection.
He just never gets it out.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I haven't gotten anything out in 2 months, so I'm forgetting what I own now. I'm forgetting my record. I'm forgetting CDs.
Well, maybe you'll forget your distaste of some '80s music, and by the time you get home, you'll be a massive Flock Eagles fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly he'll like Journey.
No, that's not going to happen.
That won't happen. No.
I don't like AOR.
I love it.
Don't.
Oh,
no, I don't. I don't like AOR, and that
it's
formulaic.
It's
okay. I don't hate it. When I say don't like it, it doesn't mean I hate it. I just mean it's not in my wheelhouse, and it's not something. I mean, there's a few things I'll listen to. I'll pull out tracks here and there that I think are good, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah,
never.
And that's understandable.
It wasn't at the time, and it's not now.
When the lights go down in the city.
In the city, yeah.
And you can make fun of me all you want, but here's an example. Like when Bob Seger's God, what was the name of the album after Night Moves? The one with Feels Like a Number and all those songs. I had that album. No.
Against the Wind? Against the Wind?
No, before that. That was the one before that. It was this big. It's the one with it has We've Got Tonight on it. It has a lot of his biggest hits are on this album. It had 3 or 4 singles. But anyway, I had that album and I played it, but I played She Did It by Eric Carmen much more. That's just who I am. I prefer She Did It by Eric Carmen over Bob Seger. It's just who I am.
I remember buying the Still the Same single by Bob Seger. Still the Same
is on that album. Still the Same is on that album.
Somebody out there's got to know the name of that Bob Seger album.
I can't remember the name of the album for some reason because I haven't seen the album for 2 months, and now I'm forgetting them all. My brother loved it. I have their first EP, I think. I might have their album too, their first album.
I thought they were too jokey. I'm not into like jokey bands. What was it? Like I Want to Be a Lifeguard or something?
Jokey. Yeah, I Want to Be a Lifeguard. And what was their other? They had 2 hits, and I can't remember the other one. But it was jokey too, whatever it was.
Isn't it nice to talk about music? Doesn't it make you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Makes you feel good.
Henry. All over.
Mm-hmm.
How's my Henry? You behaving?
No, he's Danny, I love you, Danny.
I love you, Henry. I love you, Henry. You be good, Henry.
You behave.
I keep tabs on you.
Yeah.
Good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Not even Kathmandu.
Against the Wind.
I think he had some hits in England by like 78, between 78 and 80. I think he probably did. In other places, I think. I think Against the Wind might have been a hit in England. Maybe Still the Same. Maybe
Stranger in Town. There you go.
Stranger in Town. Yeah, that's the name of the album.
I really like it.
But I think in that period, Seger probably had some hits. Night Move might have even been a hit in England.
Yeah. I remember that earlier stuff. Yeah.
Tim,
It's a
have
pop-
you ever heard the first 3 Journey albums before Steve Perry? They're a bit proggy and
Because I'm not a prog guy either. So it's just not in my wheelhouse.
That's
No
hard.
wheel-
I'm not a guy that goes, oh, they're terrible. Why are you listening? I'm not that guy. It's
He's not
just
that
not
guy.
for me.
Oh,
I'm surprised,
You
Tim.
know?
You went to
no.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer, or Yes,
No,
or Next.
I
I love prog.
So anyway, answer that question, and then I gotta say something, or I'm gonna say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Danny, you can answer that question. Who's mixed box, or who's mixed box? Who's Mick Box?
Mick Box.
I heard the name, but you know what? Right now, I couldn't tell you. The name sounds familiar.
Anyway, I thought of this idea for a show with Ronnie Barnett. You know, we're still going to do boom boom rooms and all that kind of stuff, you know, whenever we get a chance to do it. But I thought of a new show to do with him, and it's going to be like a point counterpoint show, whereas he's a hardcore Kiss fan, and I dance outside the Kiss universe. You know, I know the hits basically. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Kiss albums, just the makeup years, basically 74 to 82.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to listen to the albums, and then we're going to do episodes where we talk about one Kiss album, and I'll give my opinion of it, and then Ronnie will give his opinion of it. And all I can tell you is I'm not going to love them, because I've been listening to a lot of stuff lately. And so we're going to have that. I just have to have somebody come up with some kind of art with the Gene Simmons makeup on my face. So, because there's already ones out there of Ronnie with Paul Stanley makeup. But once I get that the Kiss stuff, we're going to start making those shows. I don't know what's going to be called, but there's this great thing on YouTube that even if you don't care about Kiss, it's amazing. It's called like The Unreal Story. And somebody spent a lot of time. They went through and they got the audio books of Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, and they got interviews with Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, whoever, and they create the story. So every album has its only like a 15-minute episode, and it's all like animated. So it looks like the faces are talking, and they have these great sound effects, and oh, it's so funny. So if anybody even is remotely interested in I mean, I knew all this stuff already, but it's funny to hear just how creative people can be out there. And those Kiss fans are hardcore.
Yeah.
My thing about Kiss, besides I don't really like them a whole lot, I think the first, I don't know how many, 3-4 albums are mixed horribly. That's one of my problems with Kiss.
Yeah.
Too much bass, not the drums are barely, they're flat. They're just and that's why when Double Platinum came out, a lot of people hated it, but a lot of people loved it because they remixed all the songs for Double Platinum. And to my ears, it's so much better than the originals. And that's one, it's like the first New York Dolls album is the same way. It mixed terribly, unfortunately, because it's a great album.
Yeah.
Mixed awfully.
Yeah. Do you think your Kiss show will go over as well as Dr.
I love Dr. Z.
There might be a little bit of competition there.
That's Mayo's favorite. Mayo loves Dr. Z.
There's people out there who hate Dr. Z. Can you believe that? Oh.
It's funny because I've been listening to Kiss lately. Like I said, I knew all this stuff. I had records and the solo albums, all this kind of stuff back in late 70s, early 80s. And so I know this stuff, but I really didn't delve deep into it. And it's just, I started thinking to myself, like, God, this is so formulaic. Every single rock cliche is here. And then I started thinking, shit, Kiss invented rock cliches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they kind of did.
You know, so that's but the rhyming schemes are something together, something in black leather. It's like, oh
Yeah,
God.
that's
Tim,
yeah, that's
oh, sorry. Tim, are you talking about this album here?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
yeah.
we were talking about that. Yeah.
Mixed, bassy and flat. There's
And I
not a
got
lot of
this.
life in it, unfortunately. It's a
This
great
is a good.
album.
It's a good album right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, Tim. Look at that. Okay, Danny, hold that up again. It's almost like the Kiss Alive album cover.
Ooh, pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Color scheme and everything.
Yeah.
You got David Johansen. You know David Johansen?
Buster Poindexter.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah, lots of people.
Man,
Freaking,
I love this band. This band is good.
I'm a huge Johnny Thunders fan. I like Johnny Thunders solo stuff more
I
than I
agree,
like
Henry.
the New York Dolls. Great band.
Another
but,
sequel that's like 40 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, another one, it's beating a dead horse. We get it, I mean,
you can see.
I don't know. Spinal Tap's one of my favorite movies, but I don't know about Spinal Tap 2. And they already did a TV special, which kind of took off from that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the point.
Yeah, didn't it kind of suck though?
Yeah, exactly, which is my big worry. He's better off getting
it's
those
not going to be
three guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's better off getting another. I mean, like, what was it? 20 years later or something? They did. What was that movie called? The Christopher Guest movie where they were the Folksters. They're better off creating another completely different band and doing that.
A Mighty
Yes.
Wind
Way
or something
better.
like that.
Maybe they could be a country band or something. I don't know.
The Mighty Wind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a Mighty Wind. That was great. And but I don't know about
Steve,
maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Did I ever tell you a story about Eric Carr from Kiss?
Oh,
No.
tell us the story, Danny.
I met his mother.
Oh, really?
Oh, did you?
His mother had a store in the old Orange Plaza Mall. One day I walked by and I looked in and I seen all Kiss stuff. I seen a drum kit suspended in there. So I went inside and there was a woman there. Her name was Connie. Turned out to be Eric Carr's mother.
Wow.
Eric had passed away already, and he's buried.
I was just going to ask that.
He's buried in Newburgh, New York, 18 miles from here. He's buried. He died at the age of 41 from heart cancer.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, he was with Kiss for a number of years, and she was very, very, very nice. They had all Kiss stuff there, and then like less than a year later, I went by there and the store was closed.
Oh, really? That's sad.
Yeah, and then they ripped the mall down and they built what they call the Galleria, which is a modern mall. You can make things small.
Oh, don't you like being big?
Yeah, she was very nice, Connie. Very nice,
Yeah. It's funny. I don't go to malls, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just that there's not really a lot but I love the idea of malls. I love the idea of Sears being out there. I love the idea of JCPenney being out there and these little stores, because when I was growing up, I wasn't one of the kids that went and hung out at malls and hung out with his friends. I'd go there for a particular thing, Christmas shopping, birthday shopping.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fact that they existed because it was a great way for people to get together. Couple friends get together, or a bunch of people meet in the food court or whatever. And as the years go by, we're losing places like that.
Yeah, I don't go to the mall. I haven't been in the mall in years. That's for young kids go there to hang out.
There were record and bookstores in malls, and they weren't anywhere else
Yeah,
where I
back
lived.
then.
Yeah.
That's why I went to malls, record and bookstores. We have a new record store in our mall. I can't believe it. Our mall's down to like 12 stores, and somebody opened a record store in there. So that'll be good when I can go places again.
Yeah, Jeff got a new thrift store and it's closing within 3 months.
Yeah.
We
What's
lost a lot
What
of.
more doing for you?
No.
We lost Media Play. We lost a lot of different stores that sell. Best Buy doesn't sell music anymore. You know, all of FYE is the only
Walmart
place.
does almost nothing.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Well, I don't know about where you are, but FYE by me over a year ago stopped buying used everything from people. So
Really?
they're not doing well either. You know,
Yeah,
they still get stuff in, but it's shipped in from trucks from somewhere. I don't know.
yeah,
They're not
I don't.
buying it anymore.
I haven't been there in a long time. I buy stuff on Amazon. I go to Amazon.
Yeah,
That's all I
That's the
do.
problem.
eBay.
Nobody shops local, and that's
And
the problem.
eBay too. Yeah.
So you guys had Media Play over by you, Danny?
Media Play?
Yeah.
At one time, yes. That was a good store. I bought a lot of stuff there.
There was one when I lived in Dayton, halfway between Dayton and Cincinnati. There was a Media Place. I didn't go there very often, but I went once or twice.
I lost my Media Play card. I was going to flash my Media Play card, but it's gone.
I used to work at a Media Play when I lived in Oregon. When because we had moved to Oregon, and so I was a floor manager.
Yeah, it was a big store. They had a lot of stuff.
And that's where I met John Fahey. He used to come in, and he'd come in and talk to me, and he said, "I'm looking for some weird music, whatever." And I'd introduce him to the Residents. And he'd come in, okay, what's the next album to buy? And I'd pull a Residents album or whatever. And then we'd go over to the book section, and we'd try to find some of the books that would actually mention him, like rock like Book of Lists, folk artists, whatever. And we'd go through the books, and whatever had him, listed as a, what do you call it? At the back where they'll have all the people listed on, and show you what page it's on. What's that called? I forgot. But we'd go through there, and any book that he was mentioned in, he would buy it.
Right.
Oh wow!
So
it's cool.
Yeah, the nearest town is
sells laser discs. So you might be interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, lots of malls. There used to be Suncoast Video. They had a huge laser
Oh
disc.
yeah. We had one
In
here
the
in
day.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And
I remember when they were getting rid of Laserdisc, and I didn't have a Laserdisc player. And oh my God, the things I had, I wished I'd have bought that were under $10 by that point in time, including the Badfinger documentary, which is probably worth $100 at least by now. They had it. It was probably like $8, and I didn't buy it because I didn't have a Laserdisc player.
Hey, Tim, you want me kicking your ass? The biggest, the Partridge Family, 8-track? Is that 8-track?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
Format of choice, 8-track.
I never had one. I never owned
one. I did. I never had it.
Dan's birthday.
I always had 8-track.
Oh, getting close.
No, we missed it. It was back
Oh,
in the
man.
Well,
oops.
Sorry.
My two biggest Media Play memories are first time I ever went there. They had this bin in the middle of the store, sort of was this wire bin with like CDs for like they were either 99 cents or $1.99, and wrapped individually. They had there's 4, but I already had one. The 4th one is the Christmas album, but they had the Phil Spector box set. Just no box, no book, but all the CDs for either 99 cents or probably 99 cents, all 3 of them.
Wow.
So I bought them all. So I got the Phil Spector box set for like $3 because I already had the Christmas album anyway. That was a great movie.
I have 95% of Uriah Heep. They came out with an acoustic album. I don't have that. But as far as names, I don't keep track no more because sometimes in bands they change members. I don't keep track of that no more. That's why I recognize the name, but I couldn't place it to anybody. You know. And the largest store was Tower Records. The nearest one was 40 miles from here, New Jersey, Paramus, New Jersey. Tower Records was the biggest place that you ever want to see.
When I lived in DC, there was within Metro of DC, there was 5 different Tower Records, and they were all very different. It was weird. They all specialized in different things. And one had a great 12-inch section. One had a really good import section. One had 45s. They were all different. It was one had this huge CD single section. They were all different, and they were all great. One had always this constant like 2 or 3 or 4 tables of like these marked down cheap CDs. And I mean, it was they were all great, all different, and I loved them all.
You walk into Tower Records, you go through the door, you're in heaven. You could spend hours in there looking. If they didn't have it, nobody had it.
Tower Records was amazing.
I bought and even in I went to the last time I went to Toronto, I went to a Tower Records, and I thought, oh my God, the CDs here are so expensive. And we went into this other room that was a jazz room, and the jazz was dirt cheap. And I bought 2 or 3 really cool, like 4 CD jazz box sets, like Irv and Mercy and stuff like that. For like, I'm talking classic jazz. I'm talking vocal jazz here. I'm talking like stuff like Ella Fitzgerald and people like that on it. But these things were like $8 or $9 Canadian. 4 CD sets on major labels. I mean, so that's why I bought it.
2 for 1, just about.
It was cool
There's
stuff.
a documentary out there about Tower Records. Very fascinating.
Fascinating.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a shame that they do still exist online, but no stores. But there is still Tower Records.
The online store and the Japanese store, they have nothing to do with the original.
Yeah.
It's people basically licensing the name. But yes, the whole concept of Tower Records is amazing.
You see what it says?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Steve. Where is it? You see what it says? Wait a minute. Where am I? Over 3 million books, movies. Where am I?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Not the focus.
And
It's a collector's item.
the other cool thing, one of the Tower Records actually had a store with only music in it. And then if you went, it was in this plaza kind of place. The anchor was Tower. But if you went to the other end of the plaza, they had a video store, which rented videos and CDs and DVDs and stuff. And you could buy them. And it was a completely separate video store, which was another huge. I mean, they were just so cool, and they were open on Christmas. They opened at like 5 o'clock on Christmas Day, and were open till midnight. So I used to go there on Christmas when I didn't have anything to do. I'd be at Tower Records on Christmas because it was the only thing that was open.
It's all over. It's all over. Good days are gone. Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, the good old days are way behind us.
This is true.
I see on Amazon, like 2 years ago, I happened to see the same album. I paid $11.99. The same thing was like $24. Same album. I paid $11.99, and then that's 3 years ago, as I remember. $24.95 for the same album. That's how much it went up.
Yeah.
Everybody takes advantage of inflation. It's a lot of baloney, but everybody's doing it, you know. The same way
I know
Amazon.
the juice went up $2 this week. How could they?
I seen CDs on there for $100. I mean, you know, almost common stuff, not rare. It's not rare. Yeah, $100. You know, unbelievable.
Fleetwood Mac rumors for like hundreds of dollars. Like, why? It's usually in everybody's mailbox if you look. At least it was back then.
Well, I'm going to get going, gentlemen.
Okay.
Oh, how
Thanks
come?
for coming, Steve.
Thank you for letting me up, Doc. I always appreciate it. And it's
How come you
nice
have to leave?
nice to talk to you, Danny, and to Tim and Jeff and
Same here.
and Mr. Doccus. There's a deaf school video out on my channel, and tonight there should be a status quo video. And yeah, so but thank you, everybody. Good night. And
see you there.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve.
Right.
Have a good one.
We love you.
Yeah.
Doctor gets frozen.
Boy,
No, I could never find my little clip there in time.
Boy, we got going. It's almost 8:30 my time.
Holy
Wow.
cow. Oh, geez.
9:30 here.
Good night. We have some time left, but you can say good night.
Yeah, well, don't tune out yet. Don't tune out yet.
No, we have
You
some
know,
time
we
left.
get adverts yet to come.
Yes, the more
I was about to say, Doc doesn't have a sponsor tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
I always
He hasn't done it yet. So,
golly, I got a sponsor. Who's our sponsor tonight, Jeff?
Hubert, bath time. Grandma has a surprise for you. Where's that little scamp?
Is it a rocket?
You can't see it. Not until you get into that tub.
It's a horse.
It is not. It's Mr. Bubble, and he'll get you so clean your mother won't know you. Where is he, the little rascal? Binky, what are you doing in Hubert's tub? Oh, you're a nuisance. Now, Hubert, I expect to find you in that tub with Mr. Bubble.
Madam, how do you do?
Ah! A man! There's a man in the bathtub. Operator! A man in the bathtub.
Grandma, it's me.
Oh, the little scamp. Was that him? It was you, Hubert. And you're so clean your mother won't know you. Come now, it's bedtime.
Yes, Mr. Bubble gets you so clean your mother won't know you. Tell her it leaves no bathtub ring. She'll like that.
yeah, I used to use that stuff. But one thing, do not put the whole box in the tub.
Oh, why is that?
Yeah, because it'll, you know.
It didn't look like Hubert's tub.
Yeah.
Glenn made a comment. Glenn made a comment. He says, brand new vinyl prices are ridiculous. Yeah, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for these teenagers. You know, they might have a little job. And they go into the record store and an album's $35. You know, a bunch of bullshit.
Home party. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Christian would have rather had Sammy Terry.
You're not going to play it?
I can't find it.
Okay. I was getting ready.
I got too many clips.
Okay.
If you can see it, I've just got a line of clips that they're just all over the place. It's just
Come on now, dog.
Tim, have you been home to check everything at home? Have you stopped by your house
No.
to see if it's okay? No?
No, I haven't been home. I haven't even driven by it. My mother picks up my mail like once a week or something. So
She should go in the house and make sure everything's okay. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it is. If it isn't, it isn't. What can you do about it?
Well, that's nice. That's a good
That
outlook.
was not good.
It was Muttley.
Muttley's laughing.
Mm-hmm.
You see Henry's comment? You see Henry's comment?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the most Italian-looking guy ever?
I don't think so, but if Henry says so.
Brad and Sammy Terry are the same person. Ooh.
Might be.
Where's Brad? Where's Brad? Where's Robert P? No Robert P?
Robert P's baby.
Watching a movie with his grandson.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No
Brad.
Robert S. No Beal
Brad.
Brad.
Miss.
I seen Vinyl Richie was on. Yeah, he's at the punk.
Yeah, he was here for a minute.
Yeah, I watched his videos. He's a cool guy.
Richie's probably one of the first 10 people I met in the VC. He won.
Yeah.
I had like 2 or 3 winners. My first contest I ever did, he was one of my first winners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's out in California.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm not.
Me neither.
We're having snow tomorrow.
Never been that far.
We're having rain right now.
Right now.
It's raining right now.
Ours is supposed to start tomorrow, late morning.
I think Tim has the same weather we do, but Saturday we're supposed to get close to 4 inches of rain.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to get heavy rain Saturday.
I think it's going to miss us for the most part.
I hope it misses us.
Which is good. Yeah, we're not supposed to get any bad weather. It might get a little rain, but we're not supposed to get anything bad. And it's supposed to start gradually warming up starting tomorrow. And I do mean gradually.
Yeah,
Today was only 35. So
I'm far
gradually.
Tim is in New York State, but I'm 5 or 6 hours away from him. He's by the Finger Lakes. He's far up there.
I'm almost in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We're almost on the other side of Pennsylvania, Matamoros, Pennsylvania. It's only a half hour.
From here, I could get on a 10-speed and be in Pennsylvania in like 15 minutes on a 10-speed.
Wow.
I'm not very far from Pennsylvania.
I'm on the other side of Pennsylvania, which is a half hour from here. It would be Matamoros.
No spaghetti today.
No
I had a
spaghetti.
pizza.
No. Okay.
Frozen pizza. Oh, what's that, Danny? What's that?
What is that?
It's.
It won't focus.
Was that Joe?
Yeah, I'm surprised it don't focus, but it's telling me my sensor. See a sensor right there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My sensor ended. I have to put a new sensor.
Okay.
This is
I see those commercials once a commercial break on every single channel.
I don't have to.
I wonder. Enjoy. We pass it on to you. Have fun.
Here's a little sensor. You see, electronic sensor.
Here's a big sensor.
And I don't have. Yeah, beans.
I can't. I don't have nothing for beans.
It's okay. It's okay, Tim. We know.
I can't believe. I can't believe we lost him. I really, that was a real shock. And I found out that Mayo put something on. He put a video up. You know, I was shocked because I had
I knew that morning when I woke up. As soon as I turned my computer on, my messages just blew up, and I didn't have to read any of them. I knew as soon as I never get like 20 messages. I'm like, oh God, this is gone. I just knew.
Yeah.
I just knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a joy. He was a good kid.
Mm-hmm. And he knew stuff too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was very smart. You know, he knew his stuff. You know?
Knowledgeable.
Yeah. he's never forgotten because you know you always bring up those buttons there. You know, and August will be 2 years. He's gone already. 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
All you gotta do is say a prayer for him. You know, he's okay. You know.
Yeah.
Say a prayer.
Yeah, he's.
That's okay.
If you believe in that stuff, he's in a better place and he's with his daughter, and I'm happy for him actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I believe in God.
Yeah. And it's time for a musical intermission. Very good.
I don't know why people put Nolan down. He's amazing.
I know.
Anybody that can do that, he's amazing.
Doc, you're terrible, Doc. I'm friends with. He befriended me on Facebook.
Oh, really?
That's nice. Good. You're the one. You're the one who accepted it.
Okay.
I knew somebody
Really?
must.
Yeah. I was looking for you myself.
He posts the most delicious desserts I ever seen.
Ooh,
chocolate cake with chocolate syrup. Richard Dolan, all desserts. I mean, they look delicious. There's a whole shitload on my feed.
Oh, you've tried them?
No, I didn't try them. I seen them on Facebook. You know, they look delicious.
Now, see, he's going to be a cooking. He's going to have a cooking videos now. Cooking with Richard.
Cooking with Richard.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
I think he's a good singer. I like the way he sings.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste. So, you know, I can't even think of anybody that.
You don't know anybody with that kind of taste. That's all.
I mean, I was gonna say Yoko, but Yoko's a lot better than Richard. So,
how about Wild Man Larry Fisher?
Yeah. Well,
person.
Larry Fisher might be better than Richard too. So,
at least he's trying.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. It is.
He's got himself a gig. Well, if you enjoy Richard Dolan, I don't see why you wouldn't like Bob Dylan. Well, Bob Dylan sucks.
Come on, Doc. Give him a try.
Come on, man. You like Bob Dylan? Get out of here.
I'm sorry. I love Dylan. I didn't get him. I spent the first 40 years of my life not getting Dylan, and then one day I woke up and I got him. And ever since then, I love Dylan.
Yeah.
I like his 60s stuff.
Yeah. Dylan has as much talent.
I'm gonna sing All the Young Dudes by Mata Hoople.
Okay.
Go, Danny, go.
One,
yeah, right.
No.
Yeah. I love that one. Hey, you can put that away.
No, I am not going to see Bob Dylan. No. Get out of here.
I'm close. I'm 40 minutes away from Bethel, New York. Only that's Sullivan County. I'm in Orange County.
I wouldn't see him now. It's too depressing. He can barely walk, and
at the wheel of
I mean, good for him that he's still trying to do it, but it's just I wouldn't see McCartney either now. So,
Well, he's probably a singer ninth. Danny Dangerfield.
Yeah. Bethel has that beautiful museum. You know, you go into the museum, it's like going back in 1969. You know, beautiful place, beautiful fields. It's still a farm.
All these years later, it's still a farm.
Yeah, the original guy passed away. You know, after the concert, upstate New York, is still in England. Yes, somebody posted it before. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'd rather see Dylan than McCartney. No.
No, I think I'd rather see McCartney, but not by a whole lot. McCartney, you don't feel sorry for. I just look at Dylan and I feel bad for the guy.
Mhm.
You know, it's like if you've ever seen the last Johnny Cash show, which is only like a half an hour long, and they wheel him out in a wheelchair with a blanket on him, and it's just hard to watch, you know, and that's how I feel about Dylan. You know, you watch him get escorted on the stage, and, you know, it's just,
That's depressing.
or Phil, like that Phil Collins Genesis tour, or
Yeah,
Joe
he had to
Jackson.
sit there.
I don't think he can walk anymore either. But Joe Jackson is actually really good live, but I don't think he can walk.
Mhm.
Tim, do you like Frankie Valli?
He's not my favorite, but he's okay. The Four Seasons are okay.
I don't know how much singing he does these days either.
Their hits are good. Yeah,
I like the album "Look Sharp" by Joe Jackson. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I saw him. I saw some live video of him from pretty recent, and he still sounds great, and his band is great and everything, but he never gets up from the piano. I don't think he can. You know,
He has good days and bad days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the 80s, Joe Jackson, you know.
Well, he's from the 70s. He started in 78 or 79.
Mm-hmm.
Look Sharp was what? It's late 70s?
Yeah, 78 or 79. Probably recorded in 78, released in 79, probably.
Yeah, I got that album. I got a few albums by him. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
Christian went to see Tears for Fears. That's another great band. You seen them in Bethel Woods? Yeah, I'm close by. Yeah, another great band.
Lovely venue.
Their last album that came out was excellent.
I didn't like it. I'm the only one that I didn't like it.
Why did you not
terrible.
like it?
I didn't see why everybody thought it was so great. I didn't.
Oh, I loved
didn't
it.
get it.
Because it was 80-year-old people sounding like they were 30. It was amazing.
I didn't get it. But, you know, that's just me.
Oh, Grant, hello.
Wow, this time goes
Yeah, I know
fast.
it came. Oh, I can't see if it says 78 or 79 because my screen's really dark.
79.
The cat walked on my keyboard one day, and I think it hit the power saver button, so my screen's dark. So I have trouble seeing things. I don't know how to fix it. I have no idea.
One of the Four Seasons. I seen Frankie Valli in concert.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Pecolina the Cat. It sounds like I can't tolerate 80s bands, but they're not my thing. But I do like people like Joe Jackson, and there's a lot of 80s, you know.
We're so
I remember
great.
him. He had a couple of hits.
Great.
Yeah.
REM was good. You know, those replacements were good, but there's
REM is another one I never could get into.
REM was pretty good, actually.
REM and Oasis, like, sorry. I see REM in the Bargoon a lot, so that must mean something.
Yeah. I have a couple of best ofs, but I really like that "Losing My Religion" quite a bit, and some of the other songs.
Well, that's later. See, their later stuff I don't think is as good as their earlier stuff. But that's most bands. That's the way I feel about most bands.
It's not complete garbage. You stop that, Terry.
Oh, that's a girls' band. Bon Jovi's a girls' band. You know, all the girls were crazy for Bon Jovi.
No, I don't like. I put Bon Jovi in with Journey and Kansas and REO Speedwagon and all the rest of them. No thanks.
Oh,
Henry,
you big mouth creep, you don't know nothing. Listen, you big mouth creep, you don't know nothing about nothing.
That's what I say about Henry. He don't know nothing about nothing. Piccolina's going to bed.
Okay.
I read that wrong.
Kansas, okay.
I see Kansas.
Oh,
I listen to more 90s than I do the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah.
80s is probably my least favorite. Besides the 40s, the 80s is probably my
Okay.
least
Probably
favorite.
Jackson Brown.
I think I'd vote Jackson Brown here.
Jackson Brown.
Oh, I'm sorry, Springsteen for me.
What do you vote for, Danny?
Springsteen was really good up to the mid 80s, and then he started to fade. But
I like all three.
Okay.
This was a good show right here.
And then there's good Springsteen past that too, just not everything.
Look at the price. Look at the where am I with the fucking camera? Look at the price. $40. Wait a minute.
$40. Oh, jeez. It's like paying $6.25 to see the Beatles.
Say $40.
Yeah.
$40. Yeah. Now, what the heck is a fake Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? What does that mean?
I don't know. I was never a big In Excess fan. Again, that's just not my thing.
Grant wants to know what year is that ticket.
What ticket? Which one?
It's the one you just held up.
The Blue Oyster Cult?
Yep.
Yeah.
2008. No.
2008. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. November 2008.
Oh, it's more like a 6.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I seen this band too. I seen them twice, America.
Oh, they're good. The old days or the newer stuff?
No. This is all their hits. You know.
Yeah, but they were better when there was 3 of them. The one guy left around 78 or something like that.
Yeah, he passed away. He died.
Yeah, but he left before he died. He didn't.
Yeah.
He left and then he died.
I even seen these guys right here, Spinners.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man. I remember them.
Did you get dizzy watching them spin?
Yes. Dire Straits.
They're hits. Yeah.
Joe Mayo, Penny Lane, I think James Farley, and somebody else all went to the same concert at the same time. Paul McCartney, July 1990. I might have been sitting next to Joe and never knew it. Who knows?
Not something.
Oh, you would have known it. He would have been the one ranting. I hate my seats. I paid all this money and I got these. You would have known.
This was a good concert right here. Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, he's a great American folk singer. Yeah.
He's a Canadian.
Yeah, he was a Canadian. Yeah.
He lived in Canada.
He's American.
He lived in Canada till he died. Okay. Todd Rundgren, another one. This guy is good too.
Yeah.
Todd Rundgren. Look, they spelled his name right. Wow.
Oh, Todd Rundgren is the worst concert I've ever been to.
I thought it
bar none. I've been to over 100 shows, and Todd Rundgren is number 1 on the worst list.
$50. That's all it was. Now go see him.
Oh, I saw him for like 20 maybe, and it was too much.
I seen plenty.
Too much.
I seen plenty. I seen Loverboy. I seen Doccus. I seen Heart. I seen Night Ranger. 38 Special twice. In fact, I met 38 Special, and Donnie Van Zandt gave me a guitar pick, which I showed many times
in 3 days at the same venue. I saw 3 shows. I saw the Kinks. This was a small place too. I saw the Kinks in a bar. Not very many people can say that. This was a bar. I saw the Kinks. I saw Warren Zevon, and I saw Todd Rundgren. And Todd Rundgren was awful. Warren Zevon is one of my favorite shows, and the Kinks were really good too. Rundgren decided he was going to surround himself with black guys, and he did rap all night. He did 90 minutes of rap and wow, didn't do any of the songs that anybody knows, didn't do any hits or anything. Just he rapped all night. He did white rap all night. They're all wearing these toshiki things, these robes from head to toe, including Rundgren. And he comes out and he raps all night for 90 minutes and says good night and goes home. And I'm just like, oh my.
And everyone asks for their money back.
Yeah.
Horrible. Thank goodness for the Zevon and the Kinks, because Zevon was the show that just got added. He called the venue a couple weeks before and said, what you got going on Sunday night? And they said, nothing. He's like, can I play? And they said, sure. So there was almost no warning. So only about 50 people showed up. It was just him and his roadie dude. So I'm literally leaning on the stage. I'm literally like this, leaning on this. And he's talking to me and my girlfriend all night.
Oh, how sweet.
He's just sitting there, just doing whatever he wants. And he did. This was one of the best things I ever heard. He did Werewolves. He started to do Werewolves of London. Then he stopped and he goes, I wonder what it would sound like if Lou Reed sang this. And he did a dead-on Lou Reed, and he sang the entire song as Lou Reed, and it was brilliant. He's going, ooh, Werewolves of London.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. We're sitting there, we're like, everybody's laughing so hard, like this is amazing. It was great.
Yeah.
Was it 93? Person is saying
for the Kinks.
For the Kinks?
No, 95 or 96.
Okay.
Was it To the Bone? What was that 2-record collection that came out? Was about to come out, but it hadn't come out yet. Might be To the Bone.
To the Bone.
I
love
so maybe
their
95.
Yeah.
Maybe 95. I'm thinking, but that they were promoting that, but it didn't come out for like another year. But that's what they were on
To the
tour.
Bone. Oh, their Arista material was great. Oh,
yeah, to the Bone is what they were. And it was funny because even though we're in a bar, Ray Davies is still doing like costume changes. He came out and did like 4 songs acoustically by himself, and then goes, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest. And he had like this British flag jacket on. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest band in the world, the Kinks. And he goes running off stage, and the Kinks do like a 2-minute introduction to You Really Got Me or something like this. And then here comes Ray back out. He's already wearing a different jacket. and
that's entertainment.
3 times he changed his gym. He's playing for this small crowd. It was great.
Henry wants to know if Simmons heard Billy Joel's new song that came out like a month or something ago.
I've only heard it. I broke my arm a couple days after it came out, so I've only heard it once, twice. But I liked it.
Billy
Joel.
Joel.
It's mellow and it's slow, but I liked it. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not the best song ever, but it was good. I liked it.
I think Soundgarden is one of the best band names ever.
Soundgarden, yeah.
Soundgarden. Always.
Yeah, I
loved that.
didn't go see any of those groups. I saw a couple of 60s groups, but you know.
Wasn't that Chris? Was it Chris Cornell?
Yeah.
Soundgarden?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Audio Slave.
Grunge wasn't my thing either, so I don't.
Yes, we do blame Billy Joel for Tim's arm.
Yeah, Billy Joel caused him to break his arm. Yeah.
That's true.
No, it wasn't. It was my phone. But,
She sued Billy Joel. You broke my arm. You came out
Broke my arm. Yeah.
I've seen Billy Joel twice, and he was really good both times. But I will say I enjoyed the Nylon Curtain tour better than the Innocent Man tour. I thought just the song selection was better on the Nylon Curtain tour, but.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Chris Cornell, he hung himself. He was good friends with the lead singer from Linkin Park. He also hung himself.
Yeah, my son liked Linkin Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Linkin Park is a great band. Yeah, some great shit. Yeah. Soundgarden, I don't know if he was an Audio Slave too. That's another good band. You don't hear too much about these bands, but I like them. That's the 80s. Well, they made music into the 90s, but
Yeah.
I like grunge. You know.
I
Grunge
didn't.
is cool.
What I always said about grunge is I get yelled at enough in my life, and I don't want to go home, put my stereo on, and have people yell at me. Well, that's why I didn't like grunge. It wasn't the loudness of the music. It's the, I mean, Kurt Cobain, you put up Kurt Cobain and he's yelling at you for 40 minutes and then you turn it off. I didn't need that in my life,
Yeah.
You don't want to be yelled at.
Exactly.
I agree.
It's like being on American Idol. You're not singing. You're yelling.
You're yelling.
You are yelling. You're not singing.
Exactly. There's a band. I don't know if any of you guys know. They could have been grunge. They're from the Seattle area, the Posies, but they played music. They played music as loud as as Nirvana or any of the grunge bands, but they sang like the Hollies. So they weren't grunge, but their music was. If you just heard the music part, you'd go, "Wow, that's." But they sang like the Hollies, so
3-part
that was
harmony.
more what I was into in the 90s. That sort of sound.
This kind of stuff we missed out on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
did anybody get to see concerts when you were a little kid?
No.
In the 60s?
No, 70s. See, I was.
Yeah.
I was.
Well,
No,
hey, Trish. Well, I think I've said this before. My dad, I was like 6 years old, and my dad took me to an amusement park in Oklahoma City, and the Yardbirds were playing.
Wow.
And Jimmy Page was playing bass. He had just joined the band.
Wow.
Wow.
And then, of course, my mom had to drive around to all these stores. I had to buy a bunch of their singles because I wanted to hear the Yardbirds music. And then the next year, I got to go see the Monkees.
Ooh.
A bunch of screaming girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I know this, but if you just listen to the music, especially their fourth album, is a grunge album without the vocals. It's even with the vocals, it's a grunge album. But they played as loud as anybody else. They just didn't,
No.
sing like everybody else.
Nah.
No. Who's guarding the record collection, Tim? Do you have like a guard dog or something back at home?
No, nobody's guarding my record collection.
A guard cat or something? Okay.
No.
All those records are there alone.
Oh, I want to get this. Oh, I want a snowman. I want this kid.
Mike's might have moved in my absence. I have no idea.
Okay.
But other than that, I have no idea.
I heard they're having a yard sale, Tim, outside your house.
Bunch of drunk mice in there having a record store. Those mice are in there playing 45s.
He's like a robot man.
I like that. Yeah.
We get mice in the basement. They come in, they're field mice. We catch them. They don't belong here. They're cute though. They're cute, but they don't belong in the house.
I don't
mice here.
Like mice.
No
I
mice.
do not like mice.
We have
cats. Down. Ollie's already rated the hour.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an empty house when you get home.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Tim is gonna be restless all night. He'll be thinking about that after he gets off.
Yeah.
No. 3 Rush, 2 Jefferson,
Oh, wow.
an ELP, a Pink Floyd, and
You've seen everyone. Yeah. No, I'd love to have seen Floyd, but I never got to.
I saw some guy. He was signed to some label, some country artist called Joe's Son. That's the only show I ever saw when I was a kid, and it was terrible.
Oh, I saw Sonny and Cher when I was about 12 with my mom and dad.
Oh, that must have been nice.
Their Vegas show, where they had their. I think their TV series is about to come on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. Yeah. That's terrible what happened to Sonny Bono.
I know.
What? Never heard of him.
Nope, not sure.
Never heard of him. Sorry.
No.
No such. No such. And you know, I like the one where that Tim does like. I can't find it. Hey, all these things are
What was it?
That one.
Yeah. Just pretend that your snowman's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, if I'd have known I was going to break my arm, I would have done a video. I would have taken a video of my snowman so I could hold up my phone and go, but I didn't know I was going to break my arm, so I didn't do that.
I know. That's a shame that Tim can't perform as his snowman.
Well, you know, it happens. This summer, you'll be fine.
I have to wait until summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, we've got 5 minutes to go.
Wow.
We're having so much fun.
We are talking about stuff.
Too much fun.
Don't tell Doc.
Yeah.
What?
Don't tell him how much time we got left. He's not paying attention.
No, we don't want to. Doc gets sore when he runs out of minutes. So.
Hey, he cuts the stream. He don't even say goodbye. He just cuts the stream.
He turns into Bill Bigsby when he runs out of minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily cut it off. I just don't end correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Anyway, yeah, we're winding down, kids. So
winding down. A couple more minutes.
Winding down. You know, it's like Paul McCartney says. You know, we gotta get up there.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Say your last comments, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. There's only one way to go out.
Singing.
You're hoping. Oh.
That's okay. It's our once and future president. So.
Yep. He's gonna win.
He's gonna win.
He's gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are they called? Skibidi?
Skibidi toilet.
Sound like something we step on.
Yeah.
But that's skibidi in the floor.
Have a great weekend. Yes. Come back on Sunday. We do this all over again.
Sunday.
Have a great weekend. I can't come on Sundays anymore. Someday I will.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We love you all.
Yes.
We love you, Danny.
Yes. I hope Joe.
Danny, we love you.
Hope you feel better, Joe. Yes.
Love you all.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love you.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
Sail the ship.
Bye, y'all.
To sea.
I Need You by George Harrison. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Glenn.
See ya. Come back on Sunday. You know.
Yes, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Right after Joe Mayo's Fab Gab, I think he's having on Sunday.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. Then come back at 4 p.m.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's doing a Fab Gab with.
I don't know. I don't. I'm estranged from Joe at the moment, so I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
No, nothing. I'm out of touch with him basically.
Okay.
Because I'm here, and
Yeah.
I can't do this every night.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's tough. Yeah.
It is.
So take care, everyone. See you all again next time when we do this
again.